don't be afraid to say, are you doing okay? Like literally, like we've all been numbed through trauma, like especially younger generations who are receiving the brunt of this monopolization entity, fear and scarcity paradigm energies. You know, this trauma is causing us to be numb and to not feel our feelings anymore, to just be in reactionary survival mode and trying to placate, just being like I am like under so much suffering, like please just like don't like it's like this, and then it's like people can go the other way with that pain, feeling like I am all powerful, and like push that onto others in order to try to distract from their trauma. Like either way, we're all distracting from trauma. No matter what role we play, we're all still playing the losing game when we're in this. And the thing is that we have forgotten, like religion has been so corrupted that we've forgotten that the spirituality, not in that and like language has been perverted too, and like how we're all in each other's universe, invading each other's universe through technology, and so it's like we're like others like try to gain validation, and distract from their pain by having others like agree with them, like having this following that's built on everybody like agreeing with things. So it's difficult sometimes to not have certain words corrupted in our minds and like tainted. Um, but uh, Track of thought, still healing, still learning how to exercise the voice chakra. Um, so when we numb ourselves to others, it's we're not able to respond consciously by recognizing another in their trauma. It's like we're like trying to like pretend distract from each other with these masks that we aren't in fact traumatized. And it's like we have this hardness, we can't even feel empathy and love for ourselves, so we can't feel love and empathy to be there for another person, recognize the state they're in, and be like, are you okay? Like instead of just being like, oh no, they're mad at me, they're not, like the my sense of like survival is shaken. And like that survival is real in this world where so many people are experiencing this mass poverty. I've been on the streets and homeless myself for a long time, and so but we have to be able to feel back into being like like and it's oh yeah, I was talking about spirituality, how that word is tarnished. um it's like we've forgotten even the collective healing process that we have a birthright to, of this ancient wisdom that was passed down so that we wouldn't forget um, how to be able to be in direct connection with the fabric of all that is, to remember like through all of our senses, like five senses, like up to the heart chakra and the fifth dimension, remember what this feels, looks like, how we embody it. There's just so many distortions. It's the infection. um, and I feel like Christ consciousness is just remembering. It's something that we commit to. We say like, okay, I hear the call, 111-333, I'm here. um and committing, like Christ consciousness is the stage, the process, the timeline, the universe, the paradigm, like whatever metaphor we use for this energy where we are being that in those moments. you know it is to be. Like Christ consciousness is talks about to be, and it's kind of funny, like we had to learn through technology this reflection of our minds, how our brains work. We had to learn through that how to be able to view other people and understand from this like altered perspective, seeing into another person's trip. We've learned how to see Jesus in this context, to understand that he only taught because it was the best he could do to express this at the time. to be able to express this new way of being. And I haven't read the original, original text, besides just like the Bible, like the typical, like I can't even remember, like New King James, the Message, like standard evangelical using Bibles. I'm not really sure what text to turn to for this original source. But I feel like a lot of things have been twisted in the way that we remember and tap into Jesus's narrative. Like, we choose to enter a timeline that is false and creates suffering based on, and Jesus is a good reminder, but the past, the ancient wisdom, is not the end all be all, because we are in the present, ever evolving to the greatest capitulation of the human being, just as like we're just growing and evolving, just as like trees do. Like a tree wants to grow to become an adult tree, like in its glorified form, like worshiping, glorifying, embodying the beauty of the cosmos, so that the cosmos can revel in that through the mirror that it creates. And humans, we have this great responsibility through all of our senses, and through the intellect, and through this crazy thing called consciousness we're given. It's like humans were given this responsibility of consciousness in the Garden of Eden, and it's like ever since then we've descended into suffering, because we've been trying to distract from the fact that like we were granted this privilege, and it's a great responsibility, it's an honor. We were like, we are too small, and it's like, remember, like, we are all that is, like all this celebration. And absurdity and humor helps. It really helps. Oh yes, like how things evolve. I feel like the sun is like in our solar system, and it kind of, everything's a macrocosm, microcosm. But I feel like the sun it represents, like, intellectually in our heads, with the stories and mythos and archetypes we surround around it to understand the energy. All of that is in actuality these highly evolved beings, that they became so abundant and so in tune with revelring in cosmic beauty and able to develop to their highest form, that now they have so much abundance that it literally creates life. It literally energetically creates, sustains life on our planet. Like, everything here is sunlight. Like, everything here lives off of sunlight, is sunlight, like digested, molded, transmuted in some kind of form. And then it just like it's just like how we perceive it. We're like granted this model of visualizing things to try to, like, because we're only tiny humans, we were just able to process what we can, like like we had to be given some kind of data processing unit to be able to perceive all that this is, because that's just the nature of humanity. At the end of the day, humility and humor. I mean, and also, yeah, just try not to take anything too seriously, is what I've been telling myself lately.